Namaste. Today being the birth anniversary of Sri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel ji, I am so pleased to say a few words about him. There is something unique in this soil which, despite many obstacles, has always been the abode of great souls, said Patel ji. Sri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel belongs to that category of heroes who would do honor to our nation, and he will be remembered in the times of gratitude. Let us all pay tribute to the great soul Sri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel by making our nation Bharat corruption-free and vigilant.
Sri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was born on 21st October 1875 in a village in Gujarat district. His father, Veerbai Patel, was a bold patriot who served in the army of Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi against the British government. Once he fell ill and had a boil near his eye. The village wife told that another person to touch the boil with burning hot iron to cure it. While the other person was hesitant to do it, little Vallabhbhai Patel took the red hot iron and put it near his eyes without any fear. He did his primary education in his village. Vallabh's cherished ambition was to become a barrister, but since his family was hit by utter poverty, Patel occasionally attended courts of law. If he took up a subject, he made a thorough study of it. In a short time, he made a very big name as the eminent lawyer. By then, he was married. 2 children were born to him, Maniben and Dayabai. In 1909, while Patel's wife Javerba was hospitalized in Bombay for some major surgery, her health worsened. She died. Patel was given a note informing him of his wife's demise as he was examining a witness in a court. According to the court's witnesses, Patel read the note, pocketed it, and he continued to intensely cross-examine, and he at last won the case. He decided against marrying again. In 1917, Patel stood for an election to become a sanitation commissioner of Ahmedabad, which he won very comfortably. He fought a leading role in the civil disobedience movement against the raised tax laws of British. He laid emphasis on unity. In 1920, he was nominated and elected as the president of the newly formed Gujarat Pradesh Congress Committee. The interesting note is that Patel was very successful in building unity and trust among people, who despite falling into different castes in community and divided by many socio-economic lines, were united for a noble cause. Patel was elected as Ahmedabad's municipal president in the years 1922, 1924 and in 1927. During his times, Ahmedabad was extended a major supply of electricity and the school system underwent major reforms. As Gandhi embarked on Dandi March, Patel was arrested in the village of Ras and was put on trial without any witnesses, with no lawyers or any pressmen to attend. Despite having arguments with Gandhi, Patel respected his instincts and leadership. Patel's scheme to build up an Indian nation through the process of bloodless integration was a unique work that was achieved by him. It was indeed an integration without confrontation and an important step towards nation building. Sardar's success thus was in his wise handling of the situation arising out of the withdrawal of Paramount. He would not only in geographical integration, but he also wanted social and economical integration. As a result of the policy of integration and democratization of the state since December 1947, the process of unionization of all 565 princely states has been greatly accelerated by him. The Governor General of India, Chakravarti Rajgopalachari, along with Nehru and Patel, formed the triumvirate which ruled India from 1948 to 1950. Patel was a senior leader in the assembly and he is also known as Bismarck of India. Immediately after independence, he played a vital role in the reorganizing administrative structure of Bharat, for he established the 2 All India level services, namely the Indian Administrative Service and Indian Police Service. In brief, the accomplishment made by Patel in 4 years have no parallel in the Indian entire history. Even after the division, India remains largest politically integrated landmass ever in her long history of ups and downs. Patel's health declined rapidly through the summer of 19. after suffering a second massive heart attack. He died on 15th December 1950 at Birla House in Bombay. In an unprecedented and unrepeated gesture, on the day after his death, more than 1,500 officers of India's civil and police services congregated to mourn at Patel's residence and pledged complete loyalty and unremitting zeal in India's service. One of my favorite lines by Patel ji is, "Work is undoubtedly worship, but lover is life. Anybody who takes his life too seriously must prepare himself for a miserable exit. Anyone who breathes joy and sorrow with equal facility can really get the best in life." October 31st, 2018 marks the inauguration of the world's tallest statue, the Statue of Unity, against the backdrop of dramatic Satpura and Vindhyachal in the Kevadia, Gujarat.
The Vigilance Awareness Week is celebrated every year in the birthday week of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, hailed as a man of high integrity and honesty.
This year's Vigilance Week is being observed from 26th October to 1st November with the theme of Independent India at 75, Self-Reliance with Integrity. The purpose of this week is to generate awareness in the public at large about the ill effects of corruption.
Here we present a few slogans which are to be remembered in every walk of our lives. Anti-corruption starts from you. Corruption is a moral cancer having no medicine.
An end to corruption is my plan. If you join me, friends, I'm sure we can.
Corruption is a poison. No progress with corruption.
Pollution by corruption leads to destruction. Corruption is like a mosquito. It sucks the blood of a common man.
Build a corruption-free society in your area. Be honest and fight corruption.
Your little corruption can create a big interruption to development. The duty of youth is to challenge the corruption. People should be conscious that they can change the corrupt system. Fighting corruption is not just a good governance. It's self-defense, it's patriotism. Integrity, transparency and the fight against corruption have to be the part of the culture. They have to be taught as fundamental values.
Limit your wants and needs because corruption is the result of your greed.
Come on, raise your voice. You have the power to stop corruption.
We need to pull out all the weeds of corruption. Don't be a part of corruption. Be a part of solution. We are against corruption. Are you?